click now and the tile should start up. Alright, we're live. Sweet! Hello everyone, welcome back to one of my videos. It's fantastic all to have you here today. Today we're on Ark, just chilling out. And in preparation for the new update that Ark is about to get, I thought I'm going to do a tutorial on my tips on getting started in Ark. So, it's fantastic to have you all into it. Fantastic to have you all here. As you can see, I'm in my friend's world. He's currently hosting the world, being an awesome friend and letting me do it in his world because my world's been a bit of a turnip right now. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing as well you might want to see is the little stats on my side. Actually, before I go any further, if this thing does lag at all and you don't have, I didn't hear anything, I will have everything in my OneDrive, so all my notes are there. Just thought I'd put that detail there. Alright, back to the stats. As you can see, I've got a bunch of stats on my right hand side of my screen. So you've got one that is currently flashing right now, that's my XP bar. I did level up when we were getting to this destination, so that top one is my XP one, the flashing. The one under it is the weight, so it tells you how much weight you have in your inventory right now. The water drop represents how much water you have. The steak piece of meat is how much food you have in you. The power lightning strike is the talking about the stamina you have, and then the plus sign is your health. So those are the little stats you want to keep an eye on. The next thing is your little menu here. Yes, I've got all this fancy stuff because I completed the game. But anyway, come over here looking at these stats. So if you go to character stats, you can see that I am Joe level 1, tribe of hierarchy. It tells you what time of the day is, tells you the degrees, how hot or cold the area is, and it also tells you what area you're in. So I'm in South Zone 3 easy right now. So this is a pretty easy place to spawn in, start up the game and just, you know, get your stuff ready to go type of thing, right? Oh, and I think as well, sorry, just before I move on, I think Bradley boosted the XP, so if I do magically go up like 20 ranks, that is why. Anyway, so now that you know about that, so XP, how do you get XP? Well, XP is done by many ways. One, punching down trees, such as getting resources, a crap ton of resources, thanks to the boost. So, doing that, killing dinosaurs is one, harvesting, building, what else? Harvesting, building, oh yeah, it's lagging. Well, let's go anyway if they can hear me. Building, killing, harvesting. Is there another way of getting XP? You get you can have, if you're in a tribe, you can get XP. Like you get a bit of XP if you kill something or build something. You get a share bit of XP. What else? Bradley, anything else for building, or like in terms of thing? I don't think that. Yeah, not that I can think of. By the way, my friend's in the party. You can't hear him. So if you think I'm mad, that's why. Okay, yeah, so but generally to get XP, you gotta kill dinos, you gotta build structures, you gotta harvest resources, and if your mate's building something and you're next to him and you're in a tribe, you'll get a bit of shared XP. Anyway, so after, you know, starting like your server, you know, killing a few trees and getting a bit of resources, you will get the ability to level up, which is what I have now. So to go to the level up, you press the B button, so I'm on the Xbox, and you'll come up with this little screen here. You've got your inventory over here, you've got all this other stuff here, your armor location, and then you've got here where you upgrade your stats and everything. So every time you level up, you get the level up one stat, and then you can get these things called engrams. And engrams basically allow you to learn new structures such as weapons or buildings or anything like that. And you can only have so many engram points because the max rank is 94. So you don't have enough engram points to get everything in the game unless you do the cheat to get it all, but that can be a bit iffy. So it's best that if you're in a tribe, just divert one person to say weapons, one person to say armor, buildings, etc. But if you're by yourself, just choose wisely. Don't worry, if you make a mistake, there is this thing called a mind wipe tonic. It allows you to reset all your stats and all your engrams, so that way you can make another choice. But it's just one idea. But basically, just, you know, vote wisely what you want to choose. Anyway, so in terms of my level up, I'm going to increase my weight. Oh, I got quite a few level ups. Well, we'll go with the first one. So I've just leveled up, level 2, go to your engrams, and now you can choose a bunch of things, and you've got 8 enneagram points. So my recommendations for the first start is to buy the hatchet, so that way you can harvest wood a bit quicker and you don't hurt yourself. And then I also buy the spear, so that way once you get the spear you can then start, you know, punching, you can start killing animals and, you know, start getting food. Then once you do that, well, now I'm next to the rank, so I might as well go up a few more ranks. Go up, do-do-do. Alright, so up a few more ranks. And when you get to rank 3, I would recommend getting the campfire, so you can keep yourself warm. And build a bunch of stuff. And also start cooking that meat, because meat is amazing. Oh, I forgot to mention these stats, I'll explain them. So this is your health. That increases how much health you have. That increases how much stamina you have. Increases how much oxygen you have. Increases how much food you'll have. So your food will decay over time. The more food you have, the better. Water. So like if you're at 0 food and 0 water, you start to like starve and dehydrate, and then you're in trouble. Then you got your weight here. If weight hits the max limit, then you're overcumbent until you drop something. Got a melee. That will depend on your damage to dinos and other people. And apparently, according to one of my friends, the melee also dictates how many resources you get. I'm not so certain on that point, so don't quote me. Next one's movement speed. Upgrade that, you'll go faster. Then you got fortitude. What this basically does is it makes you more resilient to the weather and to poison. So there are these dinos called Dilophosaurus. They're crazy annoying. They shoot, if they get you, you start to get poisoned, and then your torpor goes down, which is that little thing at the very bottom. And I think high the torpor, you have to wait till you respawn, I think. Don't correct me. It's in somewhere in my notes, I'll look for it. But yeah. Fortitude basically helps you out a lot. And then crafting speed increases your crafting speed. Anyway, back to it. So you've leveled up to level 3. Get that, then you get your campfire. And then I recommend just getting a few pieces of armor. I wouldn't at this stage recommend getting the thatch. The reason being is at level 5 you can unlock wood, and wood's much better than thatch. Reason being is with thatch, if you've got, like, say an enemy player, you say you're playing PvP, right? Enemy player comes up with a hatchet. I think it takes them a minute to destroy a structure on thatch, and then they come and break your house. With wood, it's like a little bit longer. Basically, wood is overall better than thatch, so I would recommend holding off the buildings till you got to wood. And also, when you get to stone, I recommend stone. Like, if you're a new, basic, like, you know, low rank, stone is the best, because stone is just one of the hardest structures to break, I think it is. Yeah, you need, like, yeah, it takes a while to destroy stone. And only certain few things can destroy stone, so definitely, when you get to the stone structure stage, get that. Anyway, so you get your weapons, you get your clubs, you get your armor. Hide sleeping bag. Now, this thing is pretty awesome, and I recommend it quite a lot. So it's used for a single respawn point. So say you die, and it's like, crap, I just died, lost all my resources. If you place this, you can respawn at that location, get all your stuff back, which is fantastic. But you can only use it once, but it can be used as a fast travel station multiple times, so it's pretty useful. I'm gonna just rank up again because, you know, I have all this XP. Wow, I went up 7 ranks from punching one tree. That is a ridiculous boost of XP. So get the bed would be recommended, the simple bed, because then it's perfect. You can always respawn. You'll have to wait a counter. So when you respawn, you'll have to wait, I think, 2 to 3 minutes before you can respawn again at the bed. But it's just that infinite respawn point until someone destroys it. Got storage box, quite useful. Slingshot is helpful. This thing allows you to start knocking out dinos when you're low rank. So getting that, bam, knock out a dino. You'll be like, it's just great. Don't worry, I'll show you how to do some dino knockout in a sec. Mortar and Pestilence is really good because you'll need that to start building narcotics, which helps you keep dinos unconscious a little bit longer, allowing you to then, you know, tame them, etc., etc. Next tip, if you go to the water, so I'm not losing any water, but just say you're in a PvP, you go under the water, you will refill all your water, or if you just want to be a cool lad, just dink your feet in the water, press Y. There's generally sound animation, but I don't have one going. But if you press Y when you stand in the water, it will fill your water up because you are awesome. And my thing is bugging me up. There we are, fixed up the weight problem. Okay. Oh, yes, that would be very useful to know. I'm going to build one of those. Sorry, I just looked at my notes and I missed a point that I wanted to tell you. I'm going to build a storage box. Okay, so next thing. Apparently, from what I've found, if you run out of stamina when you're underwater, so say I'm underwater and that little power strike is empty, and you try and get out of the water, you will drown. Like, it just doesn't let you get out of the water. You'll just drown. So the best way to survive that is just get to the edge and then get out. Because, yeah. So basically, don't run out of stamina because you can't eat food, and eating food will replenish your stamina quicker. But you can't eat underwater, so if you lose your stamina and you're underwater, you're in trouble. Deep, deep trouble. Right. So next thing is armor. Did I learn a bit of armor? No. Oh, I did. I learned a bit of cloth. So I'm gonna go to cloth. Right. So looking at cloth here, when you look at your stats, it will tell you. Hello, Bradley. It'll tell you, so it's got like provides some protection from heat and cold, minimal protection. It tells you how much armor it gives you, how long it will be until it decays. It tells you the hyperthermic installation, hypothermic installation, all that type of stuff. So it basically tells you, you know, how much armor will give you all that. Every piece of armor has higher. Every decent piece of armor. So I'll look at the. I'll show you the armors now. I'll go into my thingy. You got that armor, which is cloth, which is the basic armor. Then you've got hide armor, which is the next one. Then you've got fur armor. Fur armor is the best to keep you warm in the winters area. And then you've got chitin, which is good for protection overall. Then you've got, where is it? Ghillie suit protects you from the heat the best. Where's the next one? Then you got flak, best for like fighting off dinos, but that is the worst in terms of temperature. Like, I'll explain what I mean in a sec. And then you've got ride armor here, which is the latest best thing. So originally flak was the best, but that's the best. Anyway, so with the what do you call it? Sorry, I'm losing track of thought. With the fur armor, so we'll use that for example. The fur armor is fantastic to keep you warm in the wintertime. And so you can only spawn a primitive in when you learn it. But if you say get the blueprint, say an apprentice fur armor, then that's great because the apprentice is the highest ranking piece of armor, equipment you can get. So if you get an ascendant, you can then just basically just have one of those, and it's amazing because that will give you the most protection in the winter, and it also is better stats. So basically, the higher the rank, the better stats. And some pieces of armor are specialized in more special things. So ghillie, like I said, protection from the heat. Chitin, and all that is just good for protection at the low ranks. And hide's a pretty decent armor overall for your starting rank. So I recommend getting hide. Cloth is, when you've got nothing, cloth is a good resource. So the next thing, so the deeper into the island you go, the harder life will be. So basically, I'm in the south zone, so everything's easy. A lot of resources, a lot of easy dinos, no carnos, pretty easy. But the deeper you go in, the higher the temperature change, the higher the bad dinos are, etc. The further you go in, the harder it's going to be. Next thing is, so say you're on a server, right? PvP or PvE, depending on whatever. If you build a base, I recommend building it somewhere in the jungle of some sorts. Reason being is then you're a little more hidden, because if you build it on the beach and then someone walks by and it's like, oh look, this guy's got a base, I might raid him for the resources, then I'll take your stuff. Whereas if you can hide your base, it's a little bit better because then people won't really be able to find you. Like, I know some people that build in the dangerous parts of the jungle and build a base and no one wants to go in the jungle because it's so dangerous. Like, depending on which jungle you go into, like, you could be in a jungle with, like, 50 million raptors. No one's going to go in there. But you were crazy enough to go in there, and everyone's like, well, then, I'm not going to attack those raptors will eat me alive. So, yeah. Basically, just all that stuff. Oh, yes, we're up to building now. Let me get some building. I have completely neglected the building part. So, going to collect resources is what you'll need to build structures and all that awesome stuff. I'm just going to go knock out those stuff. And then you'll go here. Oh, if you're wondering how the way I got all my little things like this, then what you do is you go to this little thing here where it says show all. If you tick that on, then it'll say, look, see, so I'll show all this. But if you click it off, once my thingy decides to unclick there, it'll put everything in little folders. And it just makes life so much easier in little folders, I'm telling you. Alright, so let's start going structures. I'm just going to rank myself up so I can start building wood. Do. What's this? Oh, I need a thatch foundation. Trust the game to do that to me. Trust. And I also need a thatch wall. Wow. Well, you need 2 thatch structures. I'm sorry. But then after that, you can get just wood for days. Let's get a narcotic going out here. Gunpowder. Yes. Cool. I actually might make a second tutorial on actually taming dinos. This will just be the getting to actually to the point of awesomeness. Oh, and I need that chest. Would I put that chest as well? Oh yeah, hotkeys. I'll tell you about these hotkeys as well. So as you can see at the bottom here, I've got a bunch of hotkeys. These will allow me to like quickly swap to a weapon or an item fast. So if I was to put my storage chest in here, so you click A on the storage chest, it's highlighted, and then you click A on wherever the heck you want it to be in the slots. Then I'll just grab it much quicker than what it currently is. If it would stop lagging, where'd it go? There it is. So now I go to my hotkeys, and then blammo! It's there. It's just amazeballs. And yeah. And then you place down the storage chest, which is what I do. Put your resources in there. And when you're transferring stuff, instead of going like mindlessly, just like going just like, you know, pressing it over time, if you just hold A, it will just transfer the whole stack over. So that is pretty useful, because that just makes life so much easier. And then if you want the whole stack back, bam, or if you want to transfer a stack, click say the mojo berries, and then click say the thatch, and then, oh, it didn't swap. Okay, that's weird. Oh, right, duh, I need a, sorry. I'll fill up my whole thing and I'll explain in a sec. So I'm gonna fill it up. Okay, now I'll be able to do it. So, say for example, I wanted my mojo berries in there. Now that I got a full thing. Press A on mojo berry and thatch, and why isn't it working? It should be swapping my items around. Okay, it's been a troll nugget and it won't let me, but basically you should be able to swap them around. Makes life easy. Next thing is spoiling time. So every food and item has a spoil time. So for example, the mojo berries here, it's got 5 minutes before it spoils. Basically with this, what you want to know is that 5 minutes depends on that one item. So see how I've got 13 mojo berries? When that 5 minutes is up, I'll lose 1 mojo berry. So I'll still have 12 more, and every berry has a spoil time. So it'll be like 5 minutes spoil time for each berry type of thing. But it's a good idea to keep an eye on your spoil time. And I also recommend putting berries in your quick bar so you can just like eat them when you need. Now I need walls. 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 Alright, so let's build that wall. Oh, and I'll also show you what I recommend when you get to rank 15. I'm just gonna quickly boost myself to 15. Make this quick. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, that should have got me up to 15, I'm hoping. Oh, it got me up to rank 13, you troll nugget. Well, anyway, while I'm doing that, so as you sprint, right, the more you sprint, the faster your food will go down. Like I said, you need food to stay alive. So make sure that if you're sprinting, you only really need to sprint, otherwise you don't want to waste your food. Yeah, it's just better to save your food if you can possibly do it. Makes life a bit easier. Cool, I went up to 15, so I'll explain what I would do. But anyway, just with the wall topic, which is what I was going to say earlier, when you're placing your wall, say this wall here, I'm about to place, if you press Y on the wall, it will actually change which way it's facing. So that will be the outside of the wall, press Y, and then it's going to be on the inside. So that's pretty fancy function put in this game. No. Ah, yes. Now let's go to what I have. So I've got 62 engram points. Let's learn what I would recommend, and I'll show you them all. I would recommend knowing the bow and arrow. That thing is god. This is good to get around temporarily at your, starting place. That's pretty helpful. Spyglass is quite useful. However, you need crystal, and crystal are hard to get. Compasses are good to tell you where to go. If you're on a PvP, I recommend a wooden shield. Actually, wooden shields are pretty decently good anyway. So you can just like survive a bit longer, but you can only use one-handed weapons such as a wooden club. Flare guns, good to know your teammates where you're at. Get water skins, that means you can get water and travel around with your own water set. Where's the next one I wanted to show you? You can always get some hide if you want. I generally, when I'm a low rank, I just get the cloth. I know it's not a lot of armor and protection, but it's got it. You know, it's stuff I can use. Then I would recommend. Dun, 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 dun. Where is it? Oh, that's good if you want to start building fences around your base. And I've run out of engram points. Bugger. I probably missed something I wanted to show you, but it's too late now. I've got a full inventory. I mean, not full inventory, full engram spent thing. But from that wonderful example, this is what I would recommend. I think, yeah, I misjudged the level. That was very smart of me. Anyway. Oh, hello, Sarko. Just, you know, tame a Sarko. I wasn't even ready for it. But hello, Mr. Sarko. Hello, Ninja. My name is Mr. Waffles. Well, hello, Waffles. It's fantastic to meet you. Okay, let me just quickly go over my notes. Make sure there's anything I missed. He's moving his head just fancy. Oh my goodness. Tell them. Can't seem to. Oh, blue drops. Right, I need to tell you about the drops before I end this. So as you can see, those magical little glowy things in the distance, they are drops. Now, drops have different ranks and can only be opened at different levels. So, the first drop is the white drop, which is over yonder there. It's a white drop. You can access that when you're rank 3. Then you got the green drop, which is nowhere to be found right now. But okay. Sorry about that. My dad wanted to ask me a question. You got white drop, level 3, green, rank 15. And then blue is rank 25. The purple one is rank 35. Gold is rank 45. And red is rank 60. And, of course, they will have better loot. So, white gives you basic stuff just to help you start off. Green gives you basic stuff. Blue's not better stuff. Purple, gold, etc. And the way I order it just then is the rank of awesomeness. Red gives you the best stuff. And also, drops have a good chance of giving you blueprints. So, say, for example, I opened a blue drop. I don't think it's in a blue drop, but let's just say I opened a blue drop and I found a pistol. A pistol blueprint. Found it, then I could start building that pistol even though I wasn't at the rank to do it. So, it's quite useful if you can find blueprints. They actually help you out quite a lot. But yeah. Overall, before I finish up the video, basically what I recommend is find a nice area to build. You know, I recommend wood because wood is more protection than thatch. I mean, you can get thatch straight off the bat. As you see, I had to learn 2 thatch structures. So if you just want to start with thatch, that's cool. I mean, what you can do is, what I haven't shown you yet, is I'll just quickly get some of the item in my inventory. Is if, say, for example, you do a thatch structure. So we'll go structures here. We'll go to thatch. Build a wall for thatch, and then we'll go to structures again. We'll go to wood, and we'll learn me a wood wall. Alright, so we'll go over here. If you do build your house out of thatch, you can only do this with the walls, I think. I don't know, I haven't really tried the foundations. But, say you build the thatch wall here, and you're like, well, I want to upgrade my house. Go to wood, over the thing, and bam, it deletes the thatch, and then just places wood there. So you can then replace it all, and make it amazing. But yeah. Find a nice area to build, slowly get up your resources, get everything you need, and then once you've got what you need, then just go out and start taming dinos. Dinos are quite useful. In terms of what you can ride when you're a low rank, you can get the Fioma, which is a pig. It's not too bad, but the fastest dinosaur that you could ride at a low rank is the Parasaur. And then what else? Is there another one? Oh, then Raptors are good. Raptors are the next fastest when you unlock them. I think they were rank 15. I didn't look at the rank. That was a bit silly of me. I'm sorry. But they're pretty good at getting meat at that low rank. Then you got Apaches are pretty good at knocking out dinos. Then rank 20 is Trank Darts. Those arrows, sorry, they're pretty useful and help knock out dinos. Then you got Frogs. You got Refining Forge. Yeah, goes on from there. But yeah, that's basically what I would recommend for the first 15 ranks, in my opinion. Let me just think. Build a base, all that stuff. I don't think there's anything else. I think that's all the points I need to say. If there was any more, don't worry, I'll be constantly updating that OneDrive of mine, so there'll be plenty of new notes in there, so if I miss something, it will be in the updated notes, ready to teach you everything. But yeah, I think that's generally it. I hope that's helped. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and follow me for more weekly videos. You guys are awesome, and thank you for the 3 views I had during the video. It's unfortunate that you left, but hey, it's all good. You probably had things on, which is all G. But thank you for watching for that small amount of time. Much appreciated. It does support my channel quite a lot, knowing you guys are watching and liking and subscribing. It just helps out very much, so thank you so much for that. And thank you, Bradley, for hosting your world and attacking me with your Sarko. I feel much loved. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. See you, around. Take care, guys.